Sup everyone, it's Brandon here from Brandon's Game Reviews, bringing you another review, and this time we are going to do Metroid Prime 2 for the Nintendo Gamecube. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the review. Metroid Prime 2 follows bounty hunter Samus Aran not long after the events of Metroid Prime 1 as she receives a distress call from a planet named Aether. On the way there, she gets hit by an electrical storm and crash lands. There, she will uncover the story of the planet and its inhabitants in the battle that is waging there between light and dark. The story is very well developed and mystifying to go through. You unlock most of it through logs that you scan throughout the environment, and it's all interesting to read. And almost emotional too. However, the story isn't all that original. We all pretty much know that light versus dark thing by now. But still, it's a very neat and interesting tale to go through. I rate the story a 9 out of 10. In Metroid Prime 2, you control Samus from a first-person perspective, exploring the expansive environment that surrounds you. There are many unique puzzles that are throughout this game thanks to the multi-dimensional aspect that it relies heavily on. Samus is able to switch between the light world and the dark world by use of portals. The dark world is an intimidating, brooding, and almost cramped dimension where the very air hurts you. This is a very interesting aspect, but sometimes becomes tedious and bothersome as you'll be forced to switch between the dimensions a lot, and you eventually come to hate the dark world. This game is really fun to play though, don't get me wrong. The exploration is amazing, and you will really get sucked into the journey, with many dazzling environments to explore, lots of secrets to find, and epic boss battles to boot. There is a multiplayer mode, and contrary to what most other people say, I find it rather enjoyable. I'd say you'd need at least 3 people playing for it to be really fun, but you can still have fun with just one other person. It isn't amazing or anything, but they set you up with some cool stages and fun modes. Granted, it is very passable in comparison to the story mode, but it's a fun pastime. Overall, it's a very fun, engrossing game that will have you hooked, even through the tedious bits. I rate the gameplay a 9 out of 10. Metroid Prime 2 is a masterful example of excellent soundtracks in gaming. There is not a single song in this game that I don't like. They range from ambient and relaxing to dramatic and intense. What's even cooler is that the levels in the light world switch to a heavier and more moody sound in the dark world. There is no voice acting in this game, save for Samus's grunts and screams whenever she is hurt or she dies. So all that really stands out is the music, which is quite honestly flippin' fantastic. I rate the sound in Metroid Prime 2 a 10 out of 10. This is a new section that I'm adding to my reviews. The Metroid games have always been known for having great atmospheres, and this game is no exception. The game always has a perfect sense of isolation, and you will have this constant hunger to explore and understand this foreign world you have visited. Not only that, but the amazing environments bring out this mystical and intriguing feel that is unbeatable. The game might feel a little slow sometimes, especially in the dark world, but personally what keeps me coming back to this game time and time again is the brilliant atmosphere. I give the atmosphere a 9.8 out of 10. The graphics in Metroid Prime 2 are really awesome, simply put. Retro Studios has provided us with a beautifully constructed world that feels full and alive. There are so many different environments, including a dry desert region, an aquatic swamp, a mystical temple grounds, and a fortress of digital wonders galore. Everything was crafted so carefully and the attention to detail is phenomenal. Environmental effects such as sand, rain, and water all affect Samus, and you will be wowed at just how stunning this game really is, especially for the time that it came out. Don't even get me started on the Sanctuary Fortress. All those epic machines and the digital rain, too awesome. Way to go, Retro Studios. I give the graphics a 10 out of 10. The controls for Metroid Prime 2 can be a little awkward or confusing at first, but become very smooth and responsive within time. Once you master these controls, nothing in Aether will be able to stop you, my friend, not even in the Dark World. I rate the controls a 9.5 out of 10. Metroid Prime 2 is an excellent example of how more first-person video games should be. It is engrossing, fun, epic, and intense, all at once, while sporting the best graphics the Gamecube has ever seen and having an awesome soundtrack to boot. The game does get a little tedious sometimes, and can be a little too difficult at moments too, but you will love this journey nonetheless. I will always herald it as one of my favorites. Any GameCube or Wii owner should add this to their collection. You won't be disappointed. I rate Metroid Prime 2 for the GameCube a 9.5 out of 10.